It is officially one more day until the Tennessee Volunteers get to
Man.
play the Kentucky Wildcats. Yes, I said it again because I need everybody to realize when I'm telling you how much I cannot stand Kentucky. This goes for basketball, football, baseball, golf, tennis, cricket. Do they even play cricket in college? Whatever we playing, if it's against this blue team that tries to wear checkerboards, I still have yet to understand this. I'm out. You feel me? It's all Vols all day. Y'all, we're one more day till Tennessee faces Kentucky Saturday. Ooh, it's one more day, one more sleep around the sun. Turner, you ready, baby? Let's get it.
Hey, let's get it.
It's straight up Tennessee, baby.
The Northander sets the race onto the field. The finals will be boring the giant sea that stretches from that north end ground on a cold day becoming Lando as the big orange sets the race on the Shield Buskins Field, ladies and gentlemen, and wherever you are.
I swear,
Yes,
every time that beat drop, I go crazy.
Absolutely.
Bro, it's crazy. Man, y'all, we're one more day till dark mode is officially activated. And Tennessee gets to step onto Shields Watkins Field and play in Neyland Stadium against the Kentucky Wildcats. It's your boy Ruck. My man Turner is here with me today. And y'all, I hope you woke up excited because
Yes, sir.
y'all, last week, I don't care what you say, it was a bye week. We played UT Martin. You know, Hendon Hooker played every bit of 25 minutes. You hear me? We're going to get 4 quarters of football, and I hope it's 4 quarters of just complete domination on the Tennessee football end of this, bro.
Absolutely, man. And, I mean, I talked about it yesterday. Yesterday. And I'm going to talk about it again today. It's changed. The nervousness is here.
Oh man, dog.
It's here.
What is that? What are you nervous for?
Ah, man. I just think I don't know. I think this, and not saying that this game don't mean a lot to us. It does, of course. We've got to take care of business, but I think Kentucky's going to come with a chip on their shoulder. And I think we're going to be ready. I'm not saying we're going to lose. I'm just getting more nervous as time comes. I think we're going to win 100%. But just as time gets closer, coming off the bye.
For those of y'all listening to the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, your boy A Ruck is here. I'm yawning. I'm yawning because Turner is making me sleepy talking about being nervous about the Kentucky Wildcats.
Nothing against Tennessee, man. Nothing against them at all. It's just, and I get like this the day before every game. I mean, even UT Martin, I get a little bit nervous down, just deep down, like, oh man, what could happen? I mean, that ain't nothing gonna happen. Like, we should take care of business against Kentucky, 100%. But that don't mean I'm a little nervous.
I hear you. I get the way you are when I'm walking to the stadium, and then when I sit in my seat, it all goes away.
Right, absolutely.
It all goes away.
I'll be good after that first drive. First drive, we come out gunslinging, first play, bow.
Bang, bang. Hey, I sure hope so, man. I want to see some, and we've seen so many high volume plays all year, but I just feel like we just want more. We just want more because we've been seeing it. It's like, it's here, man. Like, we know what we can do. We know if we execute. Again, I said this, I think even last week in the next day for UT Martin, I said, if Tennessee plays 80%, we can win this game. But I don't want to play 80% because I want good film heading into Georgia, period. But y'all, man, welcome to the show today. It's the one more day. Y'all know how we diagnose this one, man. We touch up everything from the rest of the week, and we kind of got a lot to talk about today. I mean, Josh Heupel had a press conference yesterday that left a lot of people like, huh? But also had a lot of optimism in it as well. We're going to talk about Will Levis's comments He actually met with the Kentucky media. I don't remember, Tuesday, Wednesday, had a lot to say about their game plan. He basically put their entire game plan on paper and he put it on video. I've never thought anybody that can take a full-blown banana and eat it with the peel on is a complete dummy in my mind. And that is Will Levis. If you've never seen that video, you need to watch it. You looking at me like I'm saying something stupid. You need to go watch the video, Austin.
I ain't never seen the video, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Will Levis last year, SEC Nation. This man eats full-blown bananas with the peel, like just picks it up.
Just
he says he's weird, bro. He said something like, that's where all the nutrition is. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're probably right. The peel of any fruit or vegetable is normally more nutritious than the actual source. But he literally, bro, he's literally taking, I'm talking about like he taking the banana like my phone, dog. The whole thing. Huh?
I don't know about all that.
Dumb. I hope that makes you into Superman Saturday, because you're gonna need to be Superman. Y'all, let's talk about this while it's fresh on my mind. We're gonna open this one up like this. Last year, as we looked at this Kentucky game, it was one of those games where we felt like if we can beat Kentucky, man, the season is turning around, right?
Yeah.
We do that, and the season turns around. Heading into this game against this year's Kentucky team, people have been saying a little things. I'm hearing a lot of little things like Tennessee hasn't been tested all year. I'm hearing things like with the Kentucky fans talking about this is Tennessee's Super Bowl. They acting like it's their Super Bowl. I'm like, what are you talking about? But the biggest thing I want to talk about is this, bro. People are saying that Tennessee hasn't played that trap game. I beg to differ. I think our trap game this year was in week 2 against Pittsburgh. Let me tell you why. The way that game was played, it was neck and neck. We go to overtime. It's the only game that we have trailed like by 7. I mean, we were down 17-0.
Yeah.
17-0. And this team shows the resiliency that teams normally show now.
Right.
Is it crazy of me to say that we've already had that game?
No, I mean, not I mean, not if you look at it like that. I mean, everybody, I mean, who knows what the trap game is, man? I've heard I could 100% see Pitt being the trap game. You know, but at the same time, we've talked about it and everybody's talked about it, man. And this is the game I'm more nervous about this game than Georgia, if you call me crazy. That South Carolina game makes me so nervous.
They're playing good football right now.
Yeah, down in South Carolina, just really late in the year. I mean, we're a better football team, but I don't know. That game just makes me really nervous. But, I mean, who knows? If the Tennessee team that we know and should shows up, it's going to be hard for anybody to beat us. And that's no disrespect to any team. That's no disrespect to Kentucky. That's no disrespect to South Carolina, Missouri, whoever. I mean, that's no disrespect to them. But if the Tennessee team that showed up against Alabama and our defense plays a little bit better, I mean, it's a wrap. We run the table, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. And I just don't think that something in me, there's just not enough firepower on this Kentucky team, bro. Like, if they can indeed slow the game down, they have a great shot.
Yeah.
But I just don't know, man. And we'll dive into some of that, man. We talked about that all week. We started this week, y'all. If you haven't listened to the Who is Kentucky, that was back on Tuesday with Lance Asher, big Blue Nation fan since birth. Grew to love Kentucky football just simply because of the Stoops tradition and how they turn things around. We talked a lot on that one. We had an episode yesterday, the midweek chat. And then today, man, it's the one more day. And so just go back on the channel, check out those. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple, Anchor, go back and watch episodes 15 and 16 so that you can kind of catch up on what the heck we even going to be talking about today, just because things just continue to stack up on each other. And so, but while we're right here, man, like, comment, subscribe. Join the channel, man. We are up to 200 plus subscribers on YouTube, bro. Man, what y'all are doing, showing love. Thank you. We're going to continue to push content because guess what happens also tonight? It depends on what time you're listening to this. For me, it's morning, but tonight, the Tennessee Volunteer basketball team plays Gonzaga in an exhibition game.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait to dive into basketball season, man. There's a lot of things coming down the pipe. So all things Tennessee content. The NBA has started. The Memphis Grizzlies have kicked off. Again, we are saying is it's straight up Tennessee, baby, from the Vols to the Grizzlies. So we talk everything Tennessee, man. So as Tennessee football winds down, we'll begin to ramp up some basketball things. Baseball season's right around the corner. Like, it don't stop, man. So but man, let's talk about this. Josh Heupel had a press conference yesterday afternoon, met with the media for a solid every bit of 6 minutes. And he in Josh Heupel fashion, he actually opened this one and said, I'm just going straight into questions.
Yeah, I thought he seemed kind of mad, or not necessarily mad. He just seemed like he was like ready for business. Like,
oh yeah,
I don't know if it'd have been a rough morning or whatever, but I don't know. It's not like him to be like, I'm just scared. I'm just gonna go to questions.
Yeah. And then you saw him lighten up. Somebody asked him a question about Cedric Tillman. He said, man, somebody asked him, I can't remember who exactly asked him about Cedric Tillman's status for Saturday's game. He says, man, I was waiting to see if you was going to ask about him and everybody else. You know, I didn't know if it was going to be you or him. And they all started laughing. I was like, okay, there's the dry humor from Josh.
Yeah. Because he said something about consistency. That's what I like.
Yeah,
the consistency of the same questions.
The consistency of the same questions. And so with that, though, he answers in a very interesting way. You know, I'm listening to it live and he answers it and he says, you know, we are weighing all options was said, and that decision is going to be up to Cedric and his future and his right now in the long term and short term. So when he said those things, I instantly texted you yesterday and I said, no way. I said, he's not playing, bro. I said, Cedric Tillman is not playing. Yeah. And then late yesterday afternoon, WBIR leaks that Cedric Tillman is indeed playing against the Kentucky Wildcats.
Yes,
and
sir.
WBIR leaked something the week before that also was true. So Cedric Tillman is playing football Saturday, my boy.
Man, I'm ready. I think he'll be on a snap count. You know, I don't think he's going to come out there and play 70 snaps, 80 snaps. I don't. Smart. I think he's going to come out there and play 30, 35 snaps. But man, somebody commented on the last video, and I was like, you know, man, that would be kind of dope in like a 2-minute drill type situation. Somebody said 4 wide. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, Brew, Keaton, Hyatt, and Tillman,
and put Fant in the background to pass block, or in the back of the pass block. I was
who said that, man? I got to give them a shout out because that right there. I was like, yes, that's something that we should absolutely do.
I was like, man, if we trying to get down the field quick in like a 2-minute drill before halftime or before the game and get some quick points, bro, that's nasty.
That's money. That's money. It was Calvin Corn, man. Shout out to you, Calvin, bro. New sub on the channel, showing love and support, bro. Keep watching, man. We're going to keep pushing content for you and for everybody who's supporting Straight Up Tennessee. Y'all, while we're talking about this, just a quick pause. On the next day, and then on the Who is Georgia, we're going to have some really, really cool things to share with you guys. We've been working a little bit behind the scenes on some sponsorship opportunities. And we have signed an agreement with an incredible local vendor in Knoxville, Tennessee, who I can't say a lot just yet. We're still finalizing paperwork and finalizing exactly how we're going to roll this thing out. But y'all are going to be able to purchase some things. I can't tell you what the things are, but just get ready, man. Straight Up Tennessee is going places, and it's because of you guys. And so we're going to continue to push content. We're going to continue to be consistent, and we thank y'all for hanging on the journey with us, bro.
Absolutely. And I'm just going to say it one more time. Listen, we ain't professionals.
Oh no,
we're just like y'all in the comments.
Facts.
I'm the guy watching Talking on Vols, watching Locked on Vols, sitting there typing a comment up, you know.
Facts. We ask Eric Kane questions every Twitter Tuesday, bro.
Absolutely, man. We're just like y'all. We just like to talk about it.
We love it, man.
Y'all keep commenting like we love it.
Yeah, we try to, and the one thing that most of you are saying, man, we try to love it. We try to respond to everything, but man, we just hit a surge, and it's because of y'all, man. So we're just climbing and growing, and so we try to respond to everyone, but don't get to. So, again, Cedric Tillman's playing Saturday, and what does that do for this offense that's already so high-powered? So electric, so dynamic. Every word, bro. Everything.
And we talked about this the other day, man. I think it is with Tillman back in the offense, our playbook is already unbelievable. If our playbook's here, I think with Cedric Tillman in the game, it goes to here. I think you open up a whole other aspect of our playbook because Cedric Tillman, I guarantee you they got plays designed just for Cedric Tillman.
100%. I'll tell you this too. Here's one thing, and for those of you who just love Tennessee and don't watch the games from maybe a coach standpoint, I love to look at the football game as how did Jalin Hyatt get so open? Like I look at it from a coaching and scheme standpoint. And so I just want to tell y'all something. Just watch this if you can. If you're in Neyland Stadium Saturday, great. You're going to be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. If you're on TV, go back and rewatch the game afterwards and see exactly what I'm about to tell you. Tennessee and Josh Heupel have simplified the game so much for Hendon Hooker to make it so easy. What they have done is there are specific drives that you can see. There might be a one-man route. If it's not open, he's running. There might be – I've not seen us run more than a two-man route against anybody, and look at how open people are running.
Yeah, man, you go back and you can see it big time when you're at the game, but you can go back and watch it, like you said, man. It's like if we got twins on this side, and a single receiver, there's half the time the ball snapped if Brew McCoy's the single receiver over here.
He just jogging.
He don't move. He'll take 2 steps off the ball. You know what I mean? And
yeah. And so
it's like you said, there's 1 or 2 reads, and then if it's not there, Hendo's running.
Yep. He takes a check down but what? Okay. Then you pose this question. What gets us there? How are we running a 2-man route and somebody is always open? Scheme. Josh Heupel is drawing these plays up. He's hitting you with a dive. Boom, Jabari. Boom, Jabari. Little quick slant to Ramel. And then he motions a tight end who's not even on a route. And everybody on that defense freaks out every single time. Then leaves the middle of the field seam routes. Why is Jalin Hyatt running wide open? Because a little bit of motion will grab that safety or that inside linebacker. And every single time, if that inside linebacker has to make a choice, am I going to stay on the tight end or am I going to play my zone? We confuse them because the outside receiver is touching the dang sideline, bro. Yeah. So they're like, how am I going to get out there? And that's honestly why teams can't play cover zero on us. And they try. Alabama played cover zero the whole game almost. So did UT Martin. They dropped 8. Did you see that? They were dropping 8.
Even Nick Saban said it after his press conference. In his press conference after the game, he said, "Man, we tried everything. We tried 0. We tried 1. We dropped 8 sometimes. We just couldn't stop it."
And my thing is, what does this tell y'all? Josh Heupel is just smarter. Alex Golish is just smarter. Hendon Hooker is just smarter. When Hendon Hooker looks out there and sees drop 8, he's like, all right, cool. I'm either going to run this RPO and I'm just going to give it to Barry and let him get 8. I'm going to give it to Jay Wright, let him get 5, 7, 6, 8, whatever. Or he's like, oh, you playing 8? Let me hit a quick slant. Because It's wide open. You're
Well,
basically playing prevent.
yeah, and see, I think that's what takes Hendon to the next level. You know, Alex Golesh said it in a press conference. Or no, it was Joey Hazel. Sorry, Joey Hazel, the quarterback coach.
Mr. Hosley.
Hosley or whatever. But
That boy.
he said
I love Turner, y'all. That boy
he
country in a mug, y'all.
he said something in the press conference a couple of weeks ago about Hendon Hooker. They asked him about Hendon Hooker, like his improvement this year. He said, "Man, I ain't got nothing but good things to say about Hendon Hooker, and I'm gonna brag on Hendon Hooker because as soon as he said, 'Let's run it back,' he was in the film room the next day, working, studying, and just learning the offense and learning football in general. And I think that's what takes Hendon Hooker to the next level. And there's a reason he's the front runner, because like you said, he can get up to the line and he's like, okay, y'all gonna drop 8? Okay, I'm just gonna give it to Barr and he's gonna get 5 or 6. He can read the defense, man. And that just, when you can read a defense as a quarterback,
Yeah,
it just takes you to that next level.
it does, man. It does. And that is just why we're seeing so much success. And this brings me back to me explaining the 1-man and 2-man routes. You add Cedric Tillman in the mix, you then open up what you just said, Turner. There's another layer that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
There's a 3-man route somewhere in the building, okay? I'm just telling y'all. And when you got 3 of the best receivers in the country running routes, you can't tell me 2 of them ain't going to be wide open.
No, absolutely. And you know, I've learned to tell myself as the season goes on, like, hey, we're doing this for a reason. Because you know, those first couple games, I'm like, oh, screen right, screen left, screen right, screen left.
That boy was so frustrated.
I was like,
Turner
man,
was mad.
I was like, why the frick we run screens? And then we motion that tight end, fake a screen, and wide open down the sideline, nobody around him. And so it's like you said, these dudes are just planning ahead.
Everybody's so stressed out why we ran a trick play against UT Martin. Let me tell you something. Something else is coming. That's all I know. I don't know any insider. I ain't no media. I ain't no personnel coach. I ain't nothing. But I'm telling y'all, something else is coming. They did that just to throw another formation out there, because that formation we were in, I'd never seen. Princeton Fant motion and continue to motion that way. And him, I'd never seen that. So I'm like, y'all, something else is coming. Do not fear, for Josh Heupel is here, my brother.
Absolutely.
Bro, let's dive into. I know you haven't read these, but I want to talk about this so much because this is going to shock you a little bit. Will Levis, like I said earlier, met with the media. Will Levis obviously is going to probably be a top 10 pick simply because of stature. He can throw the football. He is very careless with the football. He's bound to turn it over at least one time Saturday. If we get pressure like we've been doing on everybody. And let me remind you, for those of you who say, man, we ain't getting pressure, go back and see how many quarterback hurries we had on Bryce Young and we just couldn't get sacks. 9 people. So we're going to get back there. And Kentucky's offensive line has given up 26 sacks this year.
26, yeah.
So do not worry about the defensive line. They're going to have their opportunities come tomorrow. But Will Levis met with the media. I'm just going to read this quote for quote. He says, I think if we're able to string together a couple of 10-plus play drives and take a lot of time off the clock, then that doesn't give them as much on the field. It makes it easier on our defense and gives them the rest they need. It's going to be really tough for them to go against that tempo offense. Talking about his defense, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be really tough for them to go up against that tempo offense. And for us to go 3 and out, we're not helping the defense at all in that regard. So
facts.
Everything he said was facts. And that's the one thing that Tennessee cannot allow tomorrow is 10-play drives. You can't.
Yeah.
You just can't. Those drive extenders, we got to shut that down and force them to make bad decisions. Because I'm going to tell y'all this. This is what I truly believe. If Tennessee, and we've said this early in the week, if Tennessee gets up 14, this game is over.
Yeah. And, man, I think a big point in this game is not necessarily getting off the field on third downs. I think that's very important, getting stops on third downs. But with Kentucky's offensive system, we need those third downs to be 3rd and 5. No shorter than 3rd and 4, because I can promise you, if they have it 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, they gonna run the football 2 times and try to get a first down.
Absolutely. We can determine how each drive starts by how we play first and second down.
Yeah,
That's the big thing.
I was listening to Josh Pate actually right before this, and
Yeah.
man, you go back and listen. You go back and look at Will Levis's stats against Tennessee last year. Kudos. He had over 300.
He threw the ball 49 times.
Yeah, he went 31 for 49, I think is what it was, with
372.
Something like that. And Rodriguez had like 21 attempts for 109 yards.
Yep.
So, I mean, he ate last year. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it was, what was the score last year? 45-42?
Yep.
Last year?
Yep.
But once again, I mean, if we get up early on them like we're wanting to, it's going to have to be that type of game like last year. Because last year we said the same thing, that they're going to come out and they're going to try to run the ball and just hold the ball, take care of the clock, and they came out almost doing tempo like us. Just, I mean, do it 49 times.
Yep.
And don't hear what we're not saying. Will Levis is going to be a top 10 quarterback in the draft, and he's probably going to succeed in the NFL. He's a great quarterback. I mean, he's a really good quarterback. He just, when you get pressure, he gets careless.
He does.
And I think that's the big difference between not just Will Levis, but Hendon Hooker and all these other quarterbacks. I'm not saying Hendon Hooker's the best quarterback in the league, which he is, in my opinion. Just my opinion.
You are saying Hendon Hooker is the best quarterback.
Me personally, I might take some heat on that. That's fine.
That's
Eat
all
me
good.
up. I don't care. But Hendon Hooker is very smart with the football. If he gets pressure, he's either going to try to get out of it or he's going to take a sack. He's not going to throw something stupid. I mean, we've seen that. 1 pick this year. How many picks did he have last year? 3?
3.
I mean, the one against Alabama, he just got pressure and he just overthrew it off his back foot.
He threw it tall, and that's what happened.
I don't know, man.
Bro. But Will Levis says that they want to string 10-play drives together. He literally says, like, this is how much pressure they feel. If he can say out of his mouth, it's going to be really tough for them to go up against that tempo offense. That already lets you know they ain't ready, bro. Like, in my mind, that tells me a team already is like, well, we know they're going to score points, so let's let them, but let's also keep the ball. So this game is interesting, man.
It really is.
He also says, so we got to make sure we put long drives together, manage the game, manage the clock. We got to do that if we want to win.
Which is facts.
It's all facts. All facts.
I mean, it's facts. Don't get me wrong. I don't know, man. The thing about this game is it could go so many different ways. It really could. Just sitting here thinking about it. It could be a shootout like last year if we get out early. It could be, I really don't see this happening, but it could be like a 21-14 game. If they're gonna have those 10-play drives and just drive down the football, and we score almost every time we get the ball. But if they're holding the ball for 8 to 10 minutes every time they get the ball, I mean, we don't get the ball much.
Yep. And that's just what I'm hoping, man, is that this defense proves they can cause some havoc. Because we've seen glimpses. It's now time for the secondary to have a day. We've seen the linebackers have a day. We've seen the front four have a day. It's now time for the back end to have a day.
And we're going to see, because I think this. I'm like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm not like in the Tennessee practices, whatever. But I think Haddon's going to be back.
Good.
McCullough is back.
Jalen McCullough, yes, sir. Tank, you back, my dog.
He is back. I think you see Deshaun Rucker at the other corner. I think he gets the start. I don't think Christian Charles is back. I mean, he might. I mean, I don't know. I hope he is. But I think you're going to see Deshaun Rucker. and I think you're going to see a 3-4 cornerbacks in the game.
Yeah. I still think with the way Danico Slaughter's been playing, he has opportunity to get clocked. Also, Wesley Walker too. I think him and T-Mac gonna be rotating a lot.
Yeah, man. And T-Mac, man, he just, man, when it's man coverage, he can't. If he's doing man on a fast receiver, he can't cover that crossing route across the middle. I'm just gonna straight up say it. He's just not fast enough. Nothing against him. I think he's a great DB, but he just can't keep up with a quick slant across the middle.
Yep. He's always like one step behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not even that much, but it is enough to where it's enough separation for that guy to get a ball. So y'all, today, this episode been good, my boy.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, listen, man, there are so many ways this game can end, but we always end the week with one question and one question only. And I ain't changing mine. What's the score prediction? 41-20 Tennessee to the crib. Turner, you sticking 45-20?
I said 45-17.
Yeah, 45-17.
I'm going to go 45-28.
45-28. Man, you giving them some points. Well, okay, let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you one more question. Sorry, y'all. I'm going against our own show flow, but it's all good. What quarter does the separation begin?
After halftime.
You think so? You think it's like a tied game going into half?
I don't think it's a tied game. I think it's a 1-2 possession
game. Something like 17-14?
No, I think it's more than that. I think it's like
28-13 or something.
Yeah, something like that. I think we almost got 30. I think we're in the 20s and they're in that teens range.
Okay. And then it's just up to us. Second half defense just hits another, because at that point they're playing catch up. They're not gonna be able to just run the football like they want to.
Yeah, man. And we've talked about it in the who is Kentucky, man. A big thing for Kentucky to win this game is their special teams.
Yeah.
Because if we kick it, I can't even think of his name right now.
Barryon Brown.
Yeah, freshman. If we kick it to him, man, I mean, I think it was Jason Swain on Tennessee Prime. He was like, man, if you have to kick it out of bounds every time, kick it out of bounds every time. Let them take it on the 35 and make them drive the length of the football field. Because he said this guy is one of the best returners he's seen in a long time.
He is.
And it's facts.
He is. It is.
I mean, no disrespect to our coverage team. I mean, I think they've been great all year. But if he's a factor, I think it changes the whole ball game.
It does, for sure. Yep.
And I think our special teams too. Sorry, but Paxton Brooks, you can't average 27 yards a punt.
No. Not tomorrow, my friend.
That is awful. I mean, I get you.
Not tomorrow, my friend. Not tomorrow, my friend.
I'm done. I've said all I need to say.
Hey, y'all, listen. Tomorrow, Tennessee gets that opportunity that we've been talking about all week. When them Wildcats come into town, y'all, 7 p.m. ESPN. Y'all, I'm locked in. I can't wait. We tailgating all day tomorrow. Me, Turner, some of our boys, the wives. Man, it's just going to be a great day. And we can't wait to be back with you on the next day episode on Sunday. Hopefully talking about another Vols victory and talking about what we can improve on, because, man, we are a little over 48 hours away from saying this is Georgia Hate Week, bro. And
yes, sir.
We're going to have some great guests on the show next week. Tanner Dalton, a great friend of Turner and I's. He actually resides in Nashville, huge Vols fan. So he's going to actually be on the midweek chat next week. That's going to be awesome. We're still working on the Who is Georgia episode, but as always, that episode going to be fire. We're going to get a guest on and dive into that. And then, y'all, we'll be right back again for the one more day. And then it's time for Tennessee to play football. So if you haven't heard, Tennessee plays Georgia at 3:30 on CBS next Saturday, November 5th. And Yeah, man. This has been fun, y'all. Again, thank you so much for the support. Like, comment, subscribe, join the channel, hit the bell so you never miss a video. Subscribe to our podcast on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Man, Turner, I'm about to be so up tomorrow, bro. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
I feel you.
Hey,
bro.
Hey,
I'm
y'all.
ready.
Let's go. Hey, if you in the comments right now, all I need is oranges. Put orange all up in the comments. Just put orange. What Josh Pate said. VOLS. Vols. Hey,
Josh
y'all.
Gray.
Yeah, Josh Pray, bruh. Hey,
Yeah.
for my man Turner, y'all already know it's Ruck, and it is straight up Tennessee, baby. We out.